Jimmy Butler, he's a very interesting player to me.
Just goes to show the offense for the Dallas Stars could not keep up. And when the defense needed to step up, the Lightning's offense just overpowered them.
It makes it almost impossible for their bats to get going or have any confidence in the locker room when you're getting absolutely hosed on the defensive end.
He's like, oh shoot, I don't know where to go with the ball because I haven't been able to think.
It's their defense, man. Minka Fitzpatrick, TJ Watt.
You saw Luka. I'm very intrigued to see how Luka bounces back after his first playoff series.
For next season, there are massive free agents like Giannis. And if Giannis goes to a team like the Heat, like I said before, I expect them to win the championship. 4 teams who could win the AFC in my mind, legitimately. Steelers, Chiefs, Titans, Ravens.
Stay undefeated when they face the mighty Cowboys with Garrett Gilbert and Tony Pollard.
It was a great series. Game 4 was one of the best games I've ever watched in my entire life.
So happy when the Astros lost because it would definitely be a 2020 thing to have the Astros win a World Series and then you have to hear them.
Now LeBron's a 4-time champion and Anthony Davis gets his first.
It's unacceptable.
Yeah, I was impressed by their game. Braden Point, Andre Palat, Nikita Kucherov, that was the best line in the playoffs, no doubt.
I think you have 2 established number 1 wide receivers in Amari Cooper and Michael Gallup, and I think you have an emerging star in CeeDee Lamb.
Hey everyone, I'm Jared Sandler, and you're listening to Outsiders Opinions with Kevin and Austin.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our MLB Opinions of the Week, and it's our first ever Power Rankings for this season. Very interested to see how Austin did his Power Rankings. We were doing different Power Rankings. We were going by 5, and it is right now. So who do we think is the best team right now as we're recording? We'll start with 30. Austin, I'll let you go first.
So yeah, this MLB season has been a little bit chaotic because there were a lot of things I thought were going to happen. Ohtani started slow. Trout started really hot. A lot of teams have been good. A lot of teams have been bad. But let's start with the worst of the bunch, the Cincinnati Reds. I know you're going to agree with me here. There isn't any debate for this. The Reds are the worst team. After that, I have at 29 the Royals. At 28, I have the Orioles. At 27, I have the Tigers. And at 26, I have the Nationals.
Interesting. So I have the Reds at 30. Then I have the Orioles. Then I have the Athletics. And I have the Nationals. And then I have the Rangers. So we're already disagreeing heavily.
Wow.
So
how do you have the Athletics that low? I know they've lost 6 straight, but their record's not that bad.
Well, yeah, but they've lost 6 straight. So I think
then okay. When we get to the Yankees, where you don't have them at the top, we're gonna have a huge issue using the logic.
I didn't say I didn't have the Yankees at the top. I just pled the Fifth Amendment.
Okay, well, you're gonna understand what my best counter argument is now if you're using the last 6 games as the reason why the Athletics are number 28.
And I was just thinking, I think the Nationals could beat the Athletics, and I think the Rangers could beat the Nationals because the Rangers.
I didn't name the Rangers though.
Well, yeah, but I did name the Rangers. I'm going through my bottom 5.
I understand. So what's your 25 through 21?
My 25. So I have the Diamondbacks, Royals, Pirates, Tigers, Cubs.
Kevin, I don't think we've ever disagreed more on one team. I'm not joking. The Diamondbacks, we are so far from agreeing. It's crazy. Like, we're not going to get to them for a minute. Like, that's how crazy we're disagreeing. My 25 is Cubs, 24 Phillies, 23 Oakland, 22 Rangers, 21 Pirates. So I think that Oakland's not the best team in the world, but I have them at 23, which isn't the worst. I do have the Rangers still above Oakland, but I do have the Rangers at 22. I think they're better than what you said they are. The Cubs, their plus minus is heavily skewed by a 21-0 victory over the Pirates. And I just think the Pirates are much better than all the teams below them. It's hard to put them at 21. I wanted to put them higher, but the teams above them are just too good.
Yeah, so you'll go 20 to 16.
Yep. 20, I have Red Sox. 19, I have White Sox. 18, I have Guardians. 17, I have Braves. 16, I have Marlins.
Dang, you have the Braves that low?
Kevin, have you seen the Braves record anytime soon?
No.
They're 12 and 15.
Dang.
I don't know. I'm only
Dang.
doing what's right. You put a 13
Whoa.
You put
These
a
are our
13
opinions.
and 13 Diamondbacks team at 25, Kevin.
Hey,
I don't.
it is our opinion.
Actually, before we move further, I have to hear your argument of why the Diamondbacks are 25.
I just haven't really seen that much from the Diamondbacks, and when I look at the other teams, I think they're better than them.
So they're 13 and 13, and they've won 3 straight. I'm trying to use some calculus here, but I don't understand how you got those numbers.
Well, then you're doing calculus right.
Okay, well, what's your 20 through 16?
So you and I agree. Red Sox at 20. Then I have the Guardians. Then I have the Phillies, Rockies, and Marlins. I know
So
the
we
Phillies
have 3 now at the
got
same
swept.
spot. Reds at 30, Red Sox at 20, and Marlins at 16.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm surprised I have the Phillies higher than you.
The Phillies have not looked good, Kevin. And
I
their
know they
division-
haven't
their
looked good.
Division's not good.
Their
It's
division
just,
is- Their division will be good. Their divisions.
their division's not good at all. They only
Not
have
now.
one team above 500 in their division, Kevin. To put that in perspective, the NL West has no teams below 500. No teams below 500 in the NL West. And yet the Diamondbacks are over here at 25 on your ranking. I still can't get over that. What's your 15 through 11?
So I got Cardinals, White Sox, Brewers, Twins, Braves.
Brewers?
Yes.
What?
I
You have
like
the Brewers below the
pitching staff.
Kevin, you have to change that immediately. You're the Brewers below the Braves?
Yes, I do.
Have you seen the Brewers record? The Brewers record, they had the second best record in the MLB. Or I guess third best. They have an 18 and 8 record. You put a team with an 18 and 8 record below a team that's 12 and 15. I just want to hear a somewhat confident argument for why.
Bro, so we're talking about the Brewers and the Braves.
Yes.
The Brewers, I love their pitching staff.
Uh-huh.
Offense, I'm not a huge fan of their offense, and I like the Braves' offense better. And I think they're performing. And they just
They're
got
not
Acuna back.
performing. They're 12 and 15.
We can disagree. We're disagreeing heavily.
Kevin. The Braves have 7 more losses. Okay, so my 15 is the Mariners. 14, we're finally at the Diamondbacks, where they deserve to be at 14. 13 is the Rockies. 12 is the Cardinals. 11 is the Astros.
Okay. Not too far. You'll go with 10.
10, I have Blue Jays.
Oh, wow.
The Blue Jays
Damn.
have 10 of their wins. 10 of their 16 wins are by one run. They have a negative run differential, -7. Even though they're 16 and 10, I'm not that impressed with what they've been able to do. Then I have Rays at 9. 8 is Giants. 7 is Twins. 6 is Padres.
Okay. We're not too different. I have Mariners 10, 9 Astros, 8 Rays, 7 Giants, 6 Blue Jays.
Okay.
Not too much. And then I'll go. My 5 is the New York Yankees. I'm kidding. I have the Padres. I like the Clevenger's coming back. That's going to be a huge thing for them. Then I have 4 Angels because of Shohei and Mike Trout. I'm just on fire right now. Then I have 3 Dodgers. And then 2, I have New York Yankees. And then number 1, I have the New York Mets.
Okay. Ohtani's been terrible hitting-wise this year. He's been insane pitching. Like, he's pitching the best he's ever pitched in his life. However, he's only hitting 240. So, I have the Angels at 5. I'm not that confident that they're going to be able to keep this streak up if Ohtani doesn't turn it on, which obviously he can, but this is right now. I'm looking at it right now, so I can't say Otani's definitely going to turn it up. Maybe last year was a fluke year. I don't want it to be. He's very entertaining to watch on both sides. But for right now, Angels 5. 4 Brewers. Brewers have the best starting rotation in baseball, even over the Mets. Even fully healthy Mets, I'm taking the Brewers over the Mets as a starting lineup.
Fully healthy Mets.
Fully healthy Mets, I will still take the Brewers starting
1
rotation.
through 5.
1 through 5. I take Brewers.
Really?
Yes.
That's
The
close.
top 3 is that good for the
top
Brewers.
3. The top 3 is definitely. I would take top 3. What did I take? Yeah, I take top 3. I take
It's
top
really
3
close.
Brewers.
I
top
like
3
guys like
Mets.
Rich Hill for the Mets and stuff like that, but I like the Brewers rotation more.
Like I like McGill, Carrasco, and then like you're saying if healthy, so I include DeGrom.
Yeah.
So like 4 and 5 is what pushes me towards the Mets over the Brewers. But I do agree with you about the top 3.
Well, I think the top 3 is that much better because I don't think 3 is all that strong for the Mets comparatively to the top 3 all-star starters for the Brewers. But it's close. I'm fine with that being close, but I would take Brewers. Mets at 3. Pete Alonso's had a not great start to the season. I need to see more out of him. Hitting wise, they've been good, but they're still in a lackluster division. Again, they only have one team above 500 in their division. 2, I have the Dodgers. They're in the best division in baseball, but they haven't really played. They played 2 less games than the Yankees. They're 16-7 with the second best winning percentage, only behind the Yankees. The Dodgers have a higher plus minus with plus 57, while the Yankees are plus 49. I have the Yankees at 1. They have the best record in baseball. Second best plus minus. They have the best first baseman to this point of the season. He's played the best of any first baseman. DJ LeMahieu's looking like he's back. He's hitting around 298. Judge is hitting around 299. Kiner Fluff is hitting 295. Stanton's hitting homers. Gallo's had a rough start to the year, but it's not that big of a deal when everyone else is stepping up. We have the best bullpen in the league. The Yankees, it's really clear at this point that if you add up Clay Holmes, Michael King, and Aroldis Chapman, they have a .45 ERA and like 49 strikeouts. Some crazy, it may not be 49 strikeouts, it may have been 49 batters faced, but those 3 guys, .45 ERA. I would take our bullpen over anyone, and our starting lineup with Nestor, our starting rotation with Nestor, Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole's had a great last 2 starts. His ERA is only 3 right now. I'm really liking how this team's turning out. We still have to wait to see the Dodgers fully healthy and see how that team looks, but I'm interested. I do think the Mets are a top 3 team. I just need to see this extended out of them. For some reason, just like the Yankees have something very comparable. When Jordan Montgomery pitches, the Yankees give no run support while he's pitching. Like, while he's pitching, no run support. And then anyone else is pitching, they'll get run support. The Mets are the exact same way. They have DeGrom no run syndrome. When DeGrom's playing, they're like, oh, we don't have to try that hard because it's DeGrom. And then they lose a game 1-0 because DeGrom accidentally gave up 1 run on his only hit that he ever gave up. So I need to see the Mets fully healthy. The Yankees are relatively fully healthy. We still have some guys in and out with some things. Joey Gallo missed some games with left groin soreness, I think it was. So we'll see how that works out. So yeah, top 5 again. Yankees, Dodgers, Mets, Brewers, Angels. I still need to see something from the Angels pitching staff besides Otani to prove that they're going to stay here. But looking at the team right now, if Trout keeps hitting like he is right now, I don't know why they would fall off. But again, that's been his entire career, and he's only made the playoffs twice. So
Yeah, like with Otani and Trout, like you need to make the playoffs. We talked about it before. And then with the Mets, I think the Mets are going to be a great offensive team. I think they're going to struggle in the postseason because they're gelling together. They're getting used to New York. Like we saw how difficult it was for Lindor last year to adjust to New York from coming over from Cleveland, and like he's starting to play well. I don't think he has an error yet. Maybe 1 error, but he's starting to play well. And then their pitching staff is what's great, and they're doing this without DeGrom, even though the Yankees have been historically great with their ERA. And then the Dodgers, they're the Dodgers. So they're good, but they just haven't shown like, hey, we're the best team yet. So that's why I'm at 3, and then I have the Yankees. With what you said, and then I have the Mets just because I love that pitching staff and I love just all how they're doing, and the pitching, like the complete pitching staff, is what is making them my number 1.
Yeah, I would still argue that incomplete pitching staff is better for the Yankees because the Yankees bullpen I think is extremely superior to that of the Mets, but it's still really close. And I'm still surprised that you and I differ 11 spots between the Diamondbacks. I have them at 14 and you have them at 25. I've never really seen some of the rankings you've done. I question a lot of them. I'm sure they're in good faith.
And I question a lot of yours.
Well, I think mine were with common sense, and then some of them I had to make some judgment calls. But having an 18-8 team below a team that's 12-15 is always going to question, or going to make me question your logic. But I guess that's why we make different power rankings.
Yes, we do. Let us know what you think in the comments. We appreciate it, and make sure to check out all other videos. And thank you for listening to Outsiders Opinions.